Hey there YouTube, it's me TFR Wilderness. Welcome to my channel and welcome to first of this month's Korean toy reviews. Okay, I did a review last week for that Stranger Things crossover Code Red, that official Transformers crossover, but that was a very rare occasion where I actually reviewed an official figure. And normally I like to review these Korean things. So I've got my two Korean purchases have come in, and today it's another Hello Carbot figure, a new Hello Carbot figure that's recently been released, a figure that is attached to the season 13, but now that season 14 or Hello Carbot X has been announced, this figure is apparently going to cross over into season 14 as well. So, who am I referring to? Well, you've probably seen in the thumbnail, and just let me get the box. Yeah, there's the box. Hello Carbot Electrom. So yeah, there's his word mark. There's Chatan. There's some pictures of him. And obviously you can see on the back he's got his robot mode. He's got his alt mode. He's got Chatan. He's got the little cube that goes into the watch. This thing, the little activator cube goes into the watch to make lights and sounds. Yeah, and then underneath you've got product information, which some people find interesting. So nice sturdy box. Inside, the figure is contained in that cardboard girdle, not girder, girdle. It's like a cardboard runner that you hold the figure in. It's okay. It's it's environmentally friendly. You can recycle it, but I much prefer the egg box design that they were doing with the Hello Carbot Samba figures. They came in like an egg carton type packaging, which I quite like that as a packaging solution that's biodegradable and environmentally friendly. So anyway, got the box. Comes with a set of instructions that sort of show the transformation, and comes with a couple of accessories. You've got, obviously I've just shown it, you've got the little cube, and he has a gun. So the figure, the character, right, so here's the alt mode, and as you can see it's a white coupe. Now guess the car. Yes, as I did with because I've got Repos here. So I've got her alt mode, which I think is kind of similar to a Mazda RX-7, but this time round I think this looks like a Honda CRX, because I think it's got the lines, especially like the coupe bit on the back, of a Honda CRX. And just to make a point, I've managed to pull up a picture of a white. Oh, blimey! Go away. Yeah, I've pulled up a picture of a white Honda CRX. Can you see the similarities? It's mostly with the roof line at the back. I think it's the shape of the roof line and the doors. It looks sort of like a Honda CRX to me, but there's other cars it can also look like. Kind of looks like an Audi TT in a way. One of those sort of very sort of low, sort of swoopy, sort of coupe cars. Anyway, it's a fictitious alt mode, but it does bear some design similarities with real-world vehicles. So here we are. It's in a striking white colour scheme. It's got transparent blue windows. You have got a little bit of visible robot junk through the windscreen, unfortunately, because Repos had got blacked out windows, so you couldn't see all the stuff inside. But this guy, obviously, because his main shtick is his name's Electrom, and he's like an electrical themed bot, and I believe this alt mode is supposed to be some kind of electric car or an EV. Then that makes perfect sense. So he's got like a black roof, not much going on the back. It's just got a very white back end with some strip light lights. It's got a spoiler. There is no fuel cap on this thing because it's an electric car, and I assume the charging port will be under a flap in the front grille, as they usually are. Yeah, it's got some paint details around the front for sort of like the grille and these light pieces. It's got nicely painted wheels, pinned and rolled very well. Tail lights are picked out in white. Not much more you can say about it really. It's a nice looking car. It's quite heavy, and size comparison with Repos, because they're wave mates. They both came out for the same wave. So, I mean, size wise, Repos does look a little longer, but then again, she's a much lower, sort of sleeker looking sort of car. So yeah, there is that. Now, yes. Now, weapon storage. I think this guy has got weapon storage. I think it goes between the feet because you've got two pegs on the side of the weapon. There's two ports in there, so I think the gun. I imagine the gun plugs in between the feet. I haven't actually plugged it in the Ultimate. In fact, let's just try that quickly. Oh yeah, there we go. So. Yeah, so it's got weapon storage. The weapon fits in there quite nicely. Just put that in there. So yeah, alt mode. It's a nice looking white car. Transparent windows. Nice paint apps. Large wheels. Pinned wheels. Rolls very well. Not much more you can say about it. Transformation. Transformation on this guy is pretty simple. It's a Hello Carbot. They're very intuitive to do. So the easiest way to start is to grab the doors and then just pull out like so. You've then got these shoulder pieces, which these shoulder links that you bring down like that. Then you've got the arm folds up like that, and then you've got the door, which is on a double hinge, which then folds in and then clicks into place on the outside of the arm. So like that, and then like that. Right, you've got this. The grille sort of folds down and becomes the chest piece, and then to get the head out, you pull this piece forward, flip out the head, and push it back in. Then you come down to the backpack and the legs. Right, so you've got the windscreen, which plugs in at the front and at the back. You can unplug the windscreen from the front, and it's on a double hinge. So it hinges forward and just clicks into place. Now the legs. Separate the legs. Then you've got the foot. You've got this spoiler. Just pull the spoiler out and then just pull out the foot down a couple of clicks and straighten the legs out. Yeah, so just straighten a few things out, and there we have Electrom in his robot mode. Looks pretty smart. A lot of white going on because obviously that's his main theme. He's got all these electrical circuitry design on the shoulders and on his chest. He's got these lightning bolts on his waist. His guns just fell out. Yeah, so looks pretty cool. Size comparison, my usual size comparison is with Combiner Wars Megs, and as you can see, he's a full-sized leader class sized bot. Very much leader class size. yeah, so he's a big bot. Just let me transform Repos and do a quick size comparison with Repos. Right, so there we go. There's a size comparison with Repos, and yeah, they're about the same size. I think Repos is slightly taller at the head, but Electrom's got these wing pieces, which you can have them flat or sort of flared up if you want. I think they're supposed to be flared up. Yeah, they're supposed to be flared up. So yeah, yeah. Again, they're really big bots, and it's good to see that Hello Carbot's toy line has gone back to these large scale bots, because the last couple of years they've been scaling their bots down to more of a sort of like an ultra class size, if you know, it's something less than a leader class. But yeah, this guy's pretty big. Now, you know, he looks smart. He's got some nice colours going on. He's got a lot of the white. He's got the circuit detail. He's got a few red highlights, you know, little highlights down there. He's got these red lines here and a bit on the chest. The head sculpt, he's got like a transparent faceplate. Now, Repos had got light piping. She's got absolutely wicked light piping. Electrom, even though his head appears to be made out of a solid chunk of transparent plastic that's been painted, they haven't left, you know, any, you know, they haven't left the back of the head unpainted, or, you know, they haven't left, you know, a clear bit in the back so that the light can pass through. I bet that's a mod you could do to this figure if you really wanted to. If you could shave off or remove a bit of paint from the back of the head, you might be able to then expose the transparent plastic, and you might be able to get light piping to work on this guy as a mod. So that's a mod you could do. Now, articulation. Head is on a rotation. A little bit of wiggle backwards and forwards, but it's like I said, it's on that that hinge which comes out the chest when you open it up. It is a thing. Shoulders can go up to there. Go all the way around on a loud ratchet. No bicep swivels. Elbow goes to just under 90. Obviously you've got the chunk of the door that forms the part of the arm. Nothing at the waist. You've got this flap that comes up. The hips. Again, widespread. Forwards. And when it comes back, it does hit the backpack, and it can unpeg the backpack. See? See? It unpegs the backpack. Thigh swivels. Now the knees only go back that far. They don't go to 90 degrees. Again, they could have done with an extra cutout here so that the knee's gone back to 90 degrees, but hey ho, it is what it is. The feet, again, it's got the usual, you know, the soles of the feet are cut at an angle to give a neutral A stance. The foot is on a bit of a joint, so you can move it backwards and forwards a little bit, you know, to maybe give you some extra sort of articulation options. Yeah, articulation's okay. It's workable. It's got the usual sort of articulation that you'd expect from a Hello Carbot toy. One thing I will say is the legs. You've got these, you know, you've got the side of the car there, and then you've got this sort of like, because the foot folds into there, and then you've got this hollow in the front of the legs, which means that when you're trying to, you know, arrange the legs for a normal standing pose, it looks a bit weird because you've got this sort of this cutout in the front of the legs that sort of, you know, sort of cheats the eye a little bit when you're looking at it. It just looks a little hollow at the front of his shins. But apart from that, he's not a bad bot. He's all right. I will admit though, I've not long got this thing out of the box since it arrived. Oh yeah, one more thing before I go. Obviously, he's got his gun. It will plug into his hand. It's just a little, I don't know, pistol type thing. I don't know what it does, but yeah, there we go. Right, so yeah, there we go. Hello Carbot Electrom. He's all right. He's interesting. He's big. He's quite striking in this white and blue colour scheme that he's got. Usual sort of Hello Carbot articulation. You know, it's got like the normal sort of basic joints and then a few intermediate articulation on the legs. Typical normal stuff. Could do with a few more joints, obviously, but then again, you know, Hello Carbot figures, you know, they have a great build quality, good size, you know, ratchet joints, but they don't have all the all the articulation joints that we you know, we get spoilt with you know, Transformers Generations figures. So there we go. There's been my review of this guy. He's all right. He's okay. I will admit, doing this review, I've not long got him out of the box and had a mess with him, so I haven't had a chance to you know mess around with him too much. So this is very much sort of first impressions review, even though on the whole he's not bad, he's okay. And I don't regret buying him, but he's definitely, you know, a nice big chunky bot, and you know, I like to see that with my Korean toys, you know, when I'm buying them. So anyway, there we go. There's been my review. Hello Carbot Electrom. Next week I've got another Metal Carbot figure that I've got to show you, so look forward to that. I've been Twofold Wilderness. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will catch you all next time. Ta-da.